Close that door, Singleton.
All right, give me 1 second. Hold on.
So here's a finance secret that banks don't want you to know, and it shaves off several years and thousands of dollars in interest from your home loan. And it's pretty simple. It's just making one extra payment on your mortgage per year. You see, when you make an extra payment on that mortgage, that payment goes straight to principal. In doing so, you're actually reducing the amount of interest that you're paying in the future. How? Because the interest is calculated on the principal. So the lower the principal, the lower the interest that you pay. So for example, on a $300,000 loan on a 30-year fixed mortgage plan, one extra payment to the principal per year pays off the loan in 22 and a half years. So that saves 7.5 years off your mortgage, and it saves you $132,000 in interest. Here's a pro tip. Take your current monthly payment, divide it by 12, and make that payment every month as an additional principal payment, and it's the same impact as making one payment per year.
That's really good.
All right. Welcome back to our next show with our guest, Mr. Miles. We have some bills to pay real quick. Again, welcome to that episode 2, co-hosted by Coach Singleton. Before we get into the interview, we would like to thank our sponsors scrolling at below on the ticker. If you would like to become a sponsor, next one up with a banner or with your business, you can look us up on nxt1up.com. As a reminder, this show will be shared on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, LinkedIn, and the new Threads app. Today, we have a special guest, as I said before, who's making waves in the youth baseball world. And he's a seasoned player with his trajectory of his career is going up. He's a true game changer. Please join us in welcoming Mr. Miles Wheeler.
Welcome on, Miles.
All right, Miles. So it's fantastic to have you on the show. Let's start and dive into your baseball journey. Where you started, your walkthrough, your early days, all that kind of good stuff.
Yes, sir. So I started, when I was about 3 or 4, playing t-ball, of course, and then moved on to machine pitch. Then about my 6 or 7 U, I started playing travel ball for the Black Mambas, who I'm still playing with today, and kept playing recreational at the same time. So then I eventually, my 7th grade year, I joined Central Hardin's baseball team and played for JV and freshman, and they called me up to play varsity as well. Okay. And I've been traveling all over the world, not over the world, over the United States playing.
I got you. You good? You good? Go ahead.
That's right.
So how did you fall in love with baseball?
Well, my dad introduced me at a very young age, and I just, ever since I was little, been throwing baseballs, cherry bombing since I was, 5, 6 years old. Just really enjoyed the sport.
So pretty much your dad kind of like led you in the path of where you are today.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So Miles, how do you feel that travel ball helped you develop as a player?
It definitely helped because travel ball is a lot more challenging than, recreational baseball, and it definitely showed me like more advanced and helped me develop, and it gave me more reps to enhance my baseball career.
Okay. Good.
What kind of personal accolades, memorable moments, your influences that you mind sharing with us?
I recently went to my first Perfect Game showcase.
Oh, trouble in this city.
For my exit velo, I got in the 99 percentile, and for my 60-yard dash, I got in the 99 percentile.
That's awesome, man.
That's awesome.
What was your 60, Miles? Just curious.
My 60 was 7.02.
Dude, no time you about to be in 6. Phenomenal, man. And you're what?
13 years old.
13 years old, 8th grader.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So that's a touchy. It's not a touchy subject, but I want to stay on it for a little bit. Was it what you expected?
For the most part, yes.
Was it challenging?
Yes.
So the showcase, you were able, I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but you were able to see other players your age.
Yes.
And at any showcase, it's some dogs out there, right? It's some dogs out there that you look into your left, you look into your right, and you look in the center, and you're like, wow, I got some work to do. Did that cross your mind? Share with us.
I felt like I was in the pretty, probably one of those, what you're considering dogs, one of the best players out there, honestly. I feel like there were some good pictures, out there, but knowing that, dominated me, I felt like I was kind of in the pictures.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, straight comment. That's good. That's good, Miles. That is good. Why is your so during baseball season, what is a teammate like? What do you do to help lift your teammates up? During when they're down and having a tough time, during losses, things like that, etc. What do you do as a teammate and player to help lift these guys up, individually?
Yes, sir. Positive thoughts, help them, move on to the next thing. There's always something else, got to get the past, move on to the next play. There's always going to be another bat, another play, another chance to, excel at.
Okay.
Let's talk about some game-changing plays, clutch moments that turned the tide of a game that you was deep in, your team was in. What's the most memorable game-changing plays? Your mindset behind them?
There was a championship game we played a while ago for about a couple months ago for travel ball, and I had a three run home run. It was about 300 feet to put us in the lead, and that was pretty memorable for me.
Okay. Go ahead, Coach.
No, go ahead. No, I almost said go ahead.
So, what stories do you mind sharing on your day-to-day or your week? I ain't gonna say day-to-day because you're in school. Your weekly grind. What are you playing any other sports right now?
Yes, sir.
You playing basketball? Football.
Basketball.
Okay, so let's take basketball out of it. Let's say, for instance, that you're not playing basketball. Basketball is over. What's your day-to-day grind from Monday to Sunday, in season and before season?
Yes, sir. I try to stay in the gym, obviously, to increase my speed and strength, my exit velocity and things like that. Try to stay in the gym about 5 times a week, and then stretching. I try to stretch every day for at least 30 minutes.
So do you feel like that? So your dream is to play in MLB, right?
Yes, sir.
But before you get to the MLB, you gotta get noticed, right?
Yes, sir.
So do you believe that? What's your opinion about the way technology is going towards baseball? Meaning, I have to touch on it because we do have hit tracks. What do you think about technology when it comes to hit tracks, blast motion, all those things?
I think they definitely help share, get you more noticed and out there, because it's not everyone's going to be able to, scouts aren't just going to be able to attend games and stuff like that. It's easier for them to just go online and check online stats and stuff like that.
Yeah, one thing that I see that I've noticed that kids that's playing competitive baseball like yourself that's not sharing, because you get an email and they're not sharing their improvements. You know, because if you look at the email when it comes in from HitTrax, it's broken down into certain things. You know, exit velo, speed, all that kind of stuff. You know, I think that that's shared more on social media, that scouts can see hands on what the work that you're putting in. You know, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You got another question, Coach?
Yeah, so give me an example, Miles, of a time you made a sacrifice to improve yourself.
Well, you know, instead of going to my girlfriend invited me to a party, and instead of going to the party, I went to the cage, and I had a time book, and I went to the cage and hit.
Hey, hold up, we got to get one for that. Was she upset?
She was a little mad, but she understands. She understands how passionate I am.
You know, I think that, you know, that's funny that you brought that up. That's not on the list to talk about, but I do believe that if you have a girlfriend or a softball player has a boyfriend, that they have to understand your expectations and your goals. And if they do not understand your expectations and your goal, it's going to always interfere with your travel of where you're trying to get. Because if, like you said, if you saying, hey, I got a tournament coming up, a big tournament coming up on Friday, I got to be prepared for it. You got to be in the case at least 2 or 3 times before you leave, you know, to be prepared. And if she's not understanding, hey, you know, I want you to go to the movies or, you know, whatever, that, you know, that can cause trouble.
Oh, it's holding you back.
You know, so I'm glad to see that you mature on that and the way you're going with that, you know, because that's very important, especially in a relationship where you have your expectations high.
Yes,
and, you know, that's good. I'm pretty sure Ryan is making sure that happens anyway.
So Miles, what would you do if another player complained about the coach not playing him enough? What kind of words would you have for a teammate or just a individual player, even from another team? You know, if they just complaining to you, you know, you're just hanging out. Hey man, I'm not getting enough playing time. You know, things like that. You know, what do I do? You know,
definitely gonna have to say that, like, you know what I mean, like, if you're undeniable, you know what I mean, like, you gotta be just dominant over everyone else. So if your coach isn't playing, there's no reason for your coach not be playing. You know what I mean? Get in the cage a little bit more, put a little bit more work in there. There's always something you can improve on to, you know, make it you more noticeable that they need to be playing.
So what do you think? What do you think that you need to work on? I think every player that's playing high level baseball should be working on something in the off season before the season begins. If you have an issue with off pitches, you know, you should be practicing on those off pitches. You know, so what's one of your weaknesses and what's one of your strengths?
One of my weaknesses is probably I need to improve my arm strength, like throwing wise from the outfield and those type of things. And then my strength is probably my hitting and my speed and my catching ability.
Yeah. So what kind of relationships have you built, Miles, along the way of playing, you know, this game of baseball? What, you know, what kind of relationships has it, you know, helped you develop and things like that, you know, as far as, you know, character, things like that, you know, what has it helped you with, you know, along the way during this journey from T-ball up to now?
So baseball is obviously a very difficult sport, and it's helped me. Like,
Yes, it is. It is.
Failure, you just fail so much more than you succeed, and it taught me that even if you keep failing, you got to keep going again. You know, those positives are going to come. You just got to work for it. More work to put in. You know, those just helps you reach the next goal.
Right.
So you got to get through the failure to reach the positive.
I can say this. I mean, we haven't had too many conversations because most of the time when you're coming in, I'm leaving out out of the cages. But I will say you do grind, and that's one thing that a coach shouldn't ever have to worry about if you put in that extra time, because I mean, I think you like coming to the cage kind of late, so you like being in there, by yourself sometimes. So I know for a fact that you like the grind. So let's flip the script a little bit. And if this is on YouTube, this is on Facebook, this is on Twitch, it's going to forever live out there where you can grab it and share it, whenever you feel like it. So if I'm a coach right now and I'm sitting in your living room and I'm interviewing you, and I ask you this question, what can you bring to my team?
I could definitely, obviously, I feel like I can bring a lot of help into the outfield, and my hitting is definitely crucial. I definitely feel very confident that no matter what pitcher you throw at me, I'm going to be able to get a hit in any type of clutch moment, anytime I need to get a hit. And I do my best to be, a team player, help bring my teammates up and help them get to the.
Okay, so my next question is, how are you in the classroom? Which we know, if nobody noticed listening, pitchers get, if it's scholarship money, pitchers get all the scholarship money. That's just to make pitchers and catchers. Everybody else get the leftovers. What are you doing in the classroom to make sure that when it's time for that scout to give you that call, that he has no issues when he asks you about your grade?
Yes, sir. For my whole school career, I am a straight A student as of right now, and I plan to keep it that way. And I don't ever really get in trouble at school or anything like that.
That's good. And then, of course, social media. Don't be, acting crazy on social media. That's a big thing. Does your dad still coach you?
What was that?
Does Ryan still coach you?
Yes, sir.
He does. Okay. You got anything else, Coach Singleton?
How would your teammates describe you today? I'll go up to your teammates. How would they describe you today, Miles? Like, what's some good positive things they'll think you think they would have to say about you?
I feel like they would say that for the most part, I'm an enjoyable teammate. We get along, we laugh and stuff together. We're all really positive. Just a lot of positive vibes and work together good as a team. To a good team player to help us get to the.
So, are you a loud person in the dugout, or you kind of mellow?
In between.
Do you start the chants?
It just depends.
So, if a dude has been getting under your skin, what's your chant? What's your favorite chant that you're gonna go with?
That's a good question.
If you know him like he follows you, would you use some of the stuff that you know about him personally in your chat?
Yeah, I could possibly do that. Yeah, I could see myself.
Okay, that's cool. All right, you got anything else, Coach Singleton?
No, that's it, man.
Okay, so we're gonna start with the hit and miss. I kind of like discuss this with you before the pre-show. So I'm gonna ask you a couple questions, and you just tell me if it's hit and miss, and then I might ask you to explain. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Cheese or pepperoni?
Cheese is the hit for me.
Why?
You can't go wrong with cheese on a piece of pizza. I mean, without cheese, is the pizza even pizza?
So you just eat a pizza with, my thing is you just want to eat a pizza with cheese with no meat on it. That can't do nothing for my body.
I mean, I will, yeah.
Okay, so hit you with the cheese. All right, so next question is video. So, you got a girlfriend, so we're going to see how you answer this. Video games or Netflix?
I'm going to say video games. For sure is my hit.
That's your hit. Why?
Well, me and my friends, most of the time get together on some video games. It's just good memories. Netflix is kind of like one of those things, you watch a movie every now and then. And when your mom asks you to calm down,
your mom gonna see this. Hey, what time? So what time do you have to be in bed right now during the holiday? If you don't want to share, you don't. If you don't want to share, you don't have to share.
like what time is my bedtime for school days? Or
no, what time? Like right now, you don't have to get up in the morning. What time you got to be in bed?
I usually go to bed at like 1, 2-ish.
Oh, you telling off of yourself. Okay, all right. So here we go. Favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Why? Why are you hitting me with the Christmas?
Christmas is just like a happy holiday. You know what I mean? There's no bad vibes during Christmas. And you get presents, you know.
See, there you go. That's that teenager. Okay, all right. Two more. Your favorite study habit? Music playing, or music or no music playing? Is it a hit or miss?
No, music playing is definitely a hit.
Why? You concentrating with the music playing?
Oh yes, it helps me focus.
There's no way. How? Well, you getting straight A's. I guess there is a way.
Just something that just makes me lock in. As soon as I hear that music, I know I'm gonna put in some work. Like when I'm hitting in the cage or anything like that.
Next one up we had a music blasting, so we got to make sure that's on. So my thing is, what's your go-to? If you say if they ask you if you want to walk up song, what would be your walk up song? If someone asks you right now,
a walk up song. Let's see. I could see like No Effort by T Grizzly.
Who is that?
T Grizzly?
I don't know who that dude is. He must be one of the mumble rappers. Mumble. I'm old school, baby. I'm old school. I like to hear metaphors. I like to hear the rhythm. I don't just listen to the beat. You probably don't know no words in the song except for the key elements, right? Yeah, see? yeah, that's what I thought. You only know key elements of the song. You don't know the whole song. If an old school rap song came on right now, man, I could probably rap half of it. No words.
What? If an
old school rap song came on, like Tupac, I could probably rap every word because I can hear the words in his song. You new rappers, it's mumbo. It sounds like this. That's what it sounds like. I'm just keeping it real. Because you chose a rapper. I don't even know. Is he a one-hit wonder?
T Grizzly.
No. I mean, he's from Kentucky.
Oh, man.
Okay, Miles.
All right.
I never heard of T Grizzly.
Yeah, all right. So
Miles, what part of Kentucky?
Oh,
I don't even know, honestly.
Okay.
Somewhere in Kentucky.
Hey, two more questions. What's your favorite season?
Spring.
Why are you hitting on spring?
It's never too hot. It's never too cold.
Don't forget we're in Kentucky. It's cold in the spring.
For the most part, it's a pretty good feeling. Like you can walk outside with some shorts and a sweatshirt, feel nice and comfortable.
That's true.
Summer's just way too hot in Kentucky, and it gets way too cold.
So the last question is a very important question. There's an important game taking place on Saturday. Okay? Against the two teams playing Louisville and Kentucky. Which one are you hitting and which one are you missing?
Louisville hit. Kentucky miss.
Let me get that. How you doing? Hold on. How you, I don't even know how to do it.
Hey,
like that? Yeah.
Elsa broke, baby. Elsa broke.
There it is on the L's, baby.
Elsa broke.
All right. I know all right. So Miles, do you have anything you want to share before we end? Before we close out?
No, sir.
Okay. Coach Singleton.
No, that's it. Hey, Miles, we appreciate your time and coming on and joining us here at on the show. Hope to have you back again, in the future.
Yeah, we
Yes, sir.
definitely gonna have you back when the season starts. You playing for Central, right? Or you
Yes, sir.
Central? Okay. So we'll definitely be in touch. Probably maybe we're probably gonna wait for like 4 or 5 games to like sit in where your stats are kind of like built, and all that kind of stuff, and then we'll probably
Yes, sir.
bring you back on at night and kind of like talk about what's going on, how's it going, how's the season going, and then we may do another one during the travel season.
Yes, sir.
All right. So thank you, Miles, for joining us today or tonight, because it was supposed to be today, but we had some technical difficulties. But and thank you for letting us look into your incredible journey as a baseball player. Thank you to our sponsors, to our listeners, to our new listeners. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of our next show. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and leave your feedback. Until next time, that's Coach Singleton. I'm Coach Ricks. One's up, play ball.